to
We are concerned about
BBC.
proliferation. We're concerned about destabilization.
BBC Radio, the news.
Eastern Europe, but also in East Asia,
Absolutely
where
shocking
it's
stuff.
a
I mean, the
tinderbox
state of the economy, the state
provocations and instability.
of British
So
politics,
all in all, it's
the
going to
state
be an alarm for the United States and other countries in the region that are concerned.
the state of the country as a whole is absolutely diabolical right now, guys. Absolutely diabolical. I mean, they just interviewed a few people in Edinburgh, Scotland. I'm guessing it's just live right now. That the geezer is just there and he's asking people going about their daily routine, daily business work, etc. You know, how much money have they got? What are the money worries? What's the biggest things that they spend their money on currently? And a lot of people's like bills. You know, a lot of people's expenses go on bills. Everybody that I come across are complaining about bills. Yet the politicians never mention anything about inflation, about interest rates, about mortgages, about rents, about lowering the cost of living crisis that not just this country is in, but the world's in, right? There's an election here in the UK, in Britain, in England, on July the 4th, copying the American 1776 revolution date, foundation. And there's nothing, everything's about transgenderism, everything's about special schools, everything's about, you know, nonsense stuff basically. Nothing that actually hits home, nothing that's actually impactful, insightful, nothing that's actually beneficial to my life, other working people's lives, just people's lives in general. It's nonsense stuff, you know. Not about putting more money, not about cutting taxes. Everything else has been obfuscated, and all they want to push to you is war, which obviously is not in their manifesto. That's one of the reasons that people really shouldn't vote. The manifestos is an absolute load of tripe. Politics itself is a load of tripe. But they're not even massaging people's egos by saying, you know what, we're gonna deal with inflation. We're gonna cut the interest rates all the way back down. We're gonna cut taxes in half. You know, not even massaging people's ego. They're completely ignoring it. Why? Because not only is it an elitist society that we're going in, a classist society that we're going in, it's also a very dangerous society that we're currently in and heading further into, because when people's money is all spent on bills, right, and trying to survive food, when more than half of their money is spent on that, I mean, guys, society crumbles. Am I right or am I wrong? You tell me in the comments. Society starts crumbling. The country starts crumbling. I mean, the infrastructure is a joke in a way. I mean, the roads are awful. I mean, you're zigzagging, you know, crisscrossing, trying to get on, you know, trying to get underneath the potholes, not on the, but trying to drive over the potholes, because you don't want to damage your car, you don't want to damage your tires, because already the bills are already too high, aren't they? Right? Yep. Speaking of potholes, there's another one. The bills are already too high, so you can't afford for your cars to go wrong, your house to go wrong, anything to go wrong. You know, it's like they're purposefully screwing you over with all their taxes and all the little things that they keep doing, and then they cover it up with nonsense stories like, you know, somebody goes missing and, you know, Princess Kate or whatever it is, just completely ignoring reality, the fact that people's finances are being completely blown out the water, People are struggling to survive, but it's not mentioned. Just gloss over it. It's not happening because all they want is another 4 years or 6 or 8. The Conservatives, they've been in government now for how many years due to changing leadership and all this leadership contest about people that's not actually been voted in. Not that it's voted in matters anyway, because that's an illusion. Everything is an illusion. The system's an illusion, and it only has power if people consent to it, and that's why they need your vote to keep people engaged. The more people disengage with this system, the more it crumbles, and the more people disengage with it, the more laws they create and the more legislation and acts and everything that they create. So I think it's fantastic that they're looking at the projected turnout for this economy, for this political election that's coming up. They're looking at the lowest turnout ever, and I think that is an absolutely beautiful thing. More you disengage with the system, the more it's discredited, the more we turn our backs on it. Like the Greek gods,
I am not kidding.
when you no longer pay them attention, they disappear. And it's going to be the same with this so-called political system. That's why every radio station is on there pushing it. The news station pushing it because they want you to get engaged. They need your consent. It's very important, critical that they have your engagement and your consent, because it means that they can spend another 4, 6, 8 years, 10 years of screwing you over with more taxes, more bills, more selling off of public infrastructure, public utilities infrastructure, and just basically a Wild West. They need it. So let's have a proper Wild West. Don't engage with the system. Let the system die. Get them out of there. Network's already set up, and the people can run it ourselves. No leaders. Anarchy. That's what we need. Take it easy, guys. See you again at the next live.
Radius of Cologne, and it's a sort of